Hi everyone, it's Elisa, Dragon Stitches. It has officially been way too freaking long since my last update. I was just looking at it, it was October 2nd was my last video. Um, a lot has happened in that month. Um, where was I at? Anyway, so this is going to be a bit of an update on where I'm at right now. I have a few whips and my plans for 2016. So, I'm going to start with the non-stitching updates first. When we last spoke, when we last left our hero, I'm saying a lot. I had trained myself mostly out of that. Anyway, so I was looking at ways to do the um, live streams with YouTube, and they weren't great. So I ended up um, not doing that. But I was going to do some more stitching in October. I'd gotten antibiotics for the really nasty flu. If the flu had turned into a chest infection, yeah, I had fluid in my lungs. That was fun. So I finally got on antibiotics, and that cleared up at last. Probably near the end of October. That was completely gone, but I was still coughing then. It was bad time. So October, I got my antibiotics. I started feeling better. I was gonna start stitching again, and very sadly, the day I was gonna start stitching again, um, my cat passed away. His name was Drake. I think I might have showed him one time on here. He was dark gray and white. I got him from the Humane Society of Toronto. Um, wow, almost 9 years ago now. He was about 4 months old when we got him. We found out in January he had a pretty bad heart murmur, but he was still his same old self. Although over the summer he did start losing a little bit of weight, but he was still pretty, friendly and happy, and nothing was wrong. One morning, he was having trouble breathing. And it was while I was getting my daughter ready for school. And at first, it almost sounded like he was trying to pass a hairball, but he just couldn't pass. Then it slowly got worse, and he he died within half an hour, 45 minutes, I think, of it starting. I was on the phone with the vet to see where I had to take him. It was like, it wasn't even 8 o'clock in the morning yet. I didn't know what was open. And I was on the phone with the vet, and I just saw him kind of collapse onto his side in my daughter's room, of all places, and kind of go a little limp, and his breathing got shallower, and it was just, he was gone very, very, very quickly. We took him to the vet anyway, because in the city of Toronto you can't bury your animals, so you have to get them cremated. So that is what we did. My Drakey Poo, that's what I used to call him, Drakey Poo. I named him Drake because he had a patch over his eye, and he had on his paw, he had this perfectly circle patch of dark gray, and I called it his doubloon. So I named him Drake after Francis Drake, the privateer. It was he was my big cuddle bug, so I miss him a lot. Um, it was, yeah, that just completely knocked the winds out of my sail. And it was very shortly before I was starting school as well, so it was everything kind of on top of everything else. Just haven't really been able to do anything stitchy related. You're seeing, unfortunately, my stitching out stigma square, um, which is not finished and needed to be finished by October 31st. Um, so it's not going to be included, unfortunately. I think I did pretty well to design this, though. I only found out about it in August, so I only had about 2.5 months to design this and start stitching. And I got a lot of stitches in. I got several hundred stitches in. Like, that's a lot of stitching. I'd say I'm about a third of the way through. Yeah, get the glare. So, side note, the quality of this video might be a little less. This is, a different laptop I'm recording on because my Asus laptop, if you remember, that broke down this summer, broke again in the exact same way. No power whatsoever. So we had to send it back. It's still under 1 year warranty. Like, we're kind of lucky in that way, so we got it sent back. And we're hoping they're going to do a little bit more thorough diagnostics this time. Unfortunately, it happened the week before. It happened exactly the 29th of October. I know this because it happened the day before Tracy's Halloween hangout on air thing. And I really wanted to participate, and I couldn't because I had no laptop, and that's what I film on. So we had a little bit of a little. We had a bit of money put. We had just gotten the first of my student loan payments, which basically went to bills, and we had a little bit put aside for certain extra things we wanted to do. We had to basically use that entire cushion to get a new laptop because of my homework. It was a week before I had my first huge project due, a project which ended up being, God, over 100 pages long. And I needed a laptop to do it on. I need to be able to sit on because of my back, I need to be able to sit with my legs up, which is why I have a sectional. It makes things easier. So I have to sit with my legs up. I'm usually on the chaise lounge part of the sectional because my legs need to be straight to relieve the tension on my back. So we went out and we got a really good, sturdy, great for what I needed it for, which was basically Word and stuff like that. A laptop, which was, not too expensive. I think it was like $600-700. And it's great. It's very rugged. It's a Lenovo. It's really nice. I kind of really dig it. But my other laptop was really powerful and had great, webcam and microphone and all that stuff. So, the quality might be a little bit low. Hopefully I will get my other laptop back soon. Then this laptop is probably going to be inherited by my daughter, because this is a tough, rugged laptop that may not break if she drops it once or twice. That's a whole other discussion. Anyway, so yes, quality may not be where it should be with this. So right, stitching out Sid Meier. I did not manage to get it out, unfortunately. What has come of it, though, is my desire to set up a North American version of Stitching Out Stigma. I have a few ideas of what to do with the finished product. I'm not sure. I know the one in Wales is going to a new mental health center, I believe. We have a relatively new mental health center in downtown Toronto that may be interested in it, but I don't see, what do we do? Just go and, knock on some doors and be like, hey, I'm trying to start this up. Would you want to display the final product? Or, I don't know. And this is where my anxiety is going to really, 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 test his limits. So I'm hoping that this will lead to my own, and this is going to be the first square in um, the North American cisgenite stigma quilt. I'm great at starting things and planning things. I'm really good at that. Wait until you see all my work whips that have not been touched in months. Actually, that's probably going to be a different video. I'm going to leave that for a different video. I'm going to take out all my whips, I'm going to look at them, and I'm going to make a plan for them. So, next thing in my life. So, Drakey passing put me in a funk for a little bit, but then I pulled myself out of the funk, and, cause school, I started school, full on, started school, video game design. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of work. It is. It's a ton of work. I was expecting that, and I'm kind of okay with that, with not having worked for almost 3 years now. I'm actually doing really well with the workload, and hopefully, I haven't got any marks yet back, really. And anyway, so school is going great. I've just finished my 6th week, um, which was a lot of fun. I go to a private college, and there's no semesters. It's a modular kind of coursework. Basically, you do a module. So when you go to school, you're from Monday to Friday. You're doing the same thing all day, all the same one course. So you go to school in the afternoons for like 4 hours, and you're teaching one course, but you only teach it for like 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 2 months, depending on how much they have to cover. It makes it easy for people to start, drop in, and, people come out. It's a very, it's how a lot of these private colleges work. And that's fine with me. I would rather get it done quicker than, have to, find about work over the summer semesters and stuff like that. So I'm finding it really useful to learn in this way. I'm just focusing on one subject at a time. I just finished HTML because we have to learn HTML because most of our work, or most of our job search, is going to be based on our portfolio. So we had to create our portfolio website. And that was really fun, actually. I really, 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 really enjoyed that. So, yeah. School's going great. I'm, like, one of the only girls. Actually, no. I was the only girl. Right now, the first 6 week was done. It was everyone who was in the programming side as well as the graphic side together. But next week we're breaking off. So, the programming guys are going to do math and physics, and us graphic designers are going to do figure drawing and stuff like that. So, very basic drawing stuff, which is fun. Yay. I'm really excited to start the actual drawing. Yes, so I have 4 more weeks of school until I get 2 weeks off for Christmas, which is great. I don't know how much of a Christmas we're going to have this year, but yes, it will be good. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? I don't think life, I think that's pretty much it for life. My life updates, non-stitch related updates. Wow, it's been 14 minutes. I really thought I would have more to say because I haven't seen you guys in like a month and a half, but I guess that's pretty much all of it summed up. What do I want to talk about next? Haul, maybe? Yeah, let's do haul next. So I've gone off my stash diet slightly, and bought a few things this month. And I also received a really special thing that I'll talk about later. But I got needle minders. Here, we'll do needle minders first. So the most recent needle minder person or seller vendor I've become obsessed with is Jeannie. I don't know how to pronounce your name. She does Minding My Minders. And she does some really cute work. I love it. I kept seeing these bottle cap needle minders. And I always wondered what... Alright, all my other ones are actually on projects right now. So I'll just show you these and I'll show you the other ones when I show you the projects. So this is really cute. This I got from her, I think, Christmas sale. And this is pink Hello Kitty Darth Vader. It's so cute! And of course I asked her to put it on this pink bottle cap. I didn't know what these bottle caps would be, but it's actually a bottle cap. It's a little metallic painted bottle cap. And it works really well for needle minder. So I'm guessing she puts these together herself, which is really clever. Because when she posts them as just the pictures, and you pick out which picture you want. And you tell her what color cap you want it on. Or you can just say, surprise me for the cap, and then she will pick it. Like I did with the second one, which is also Hello Kitty, but Hello Kitty Boba Fett! Oh yeah, so cute! Hello Kitty Boba Fett. And she's got a really cool orange cap for that one. It's really good. And I've been storing all of my needle minders here on my... just a little bit right here on my lamp. So I've been putting them right there. See? Right there. Works well. And then if I have things like, I just recently got a pack of bone needles, and then I figured this out. Oh look, you just stick there! Never lose a pack of needle again. I lose packs of needles all the time. Yeah, I'm really kind of... And my next two, anyway, so I've started 2 projects. So, remember all those projects I was talking about earlier that I'm not going to show this time? I'm going to go over them another time. Well, there's a lot of them, and they're all really big projects, and all of them are about halfway done. And for some reason, I really get annoyed when a project is almost halfway done, because there's so much more left, but I've done so much work on it. So I'm really annoyed at all those pieces, and I needed to reignite my stitchy bug, basically, because all those pieces, I didn't want to stitch anything that I had started. And with Christmas coming up, I thought now would be a good time to invest in these little kits I keep seeing around, the Mill Hill kits, the ornament kits, the perforated paper kits. I'm like, they're small enough that I could probably, if I was really good, stitch one over a weekend one time. I probably could, but I have started, so I got one Mill Hill kit. I did an order from 123 Stitch, and, which is problem with living in Canada. So, I looked at 123 Stitch. This kit that I got, so this is the one I got. I got the, Celtic Santas. Scottish Santa, and I got it. Scottish Santa. Is it a kilt? I got it for my mother-in-law. We're not married, but effectively mother-in-law. Because I had recently done, I don't know if you guys remember, her small Scottish castle kit that she got when she had taken her trip to Scotland. So I thought this would be nice to go with it. And, it's a lot of fun, actually. I like this kit. I like my first time on perforated paper, so I am a little bit wary of it. I don't like how my stitches lay, really. Also, I have to do three strands for coverage, and I really don't like how 3 strands look stitched. They don't lay properly. They're chunky and ugly and poofy and eh. This kit, I got it in a little, bobbinated it. This kit on 123 Stitch is about $6, like 18, something ridiculous like that. The shipping was going to be like $6 or $7. No, $4 or $5, something like that. I was like, I'm just gonna get some other stuff. So I started looking around. I got, and I was thinking about other ornaments I might want to make for this Christmas. And I was like, well, I know that the Mill Hill kits are on perforated paper. I'm like, do I have any small patterns that I could do on perforated paper? And I do. There is this company, Canadian designer company. I love promoting the Canadian designer companies, called Dragon Dreams. And she mainly does dragon designs, really cute dragon designs, and other fantasy designs. Really cool design. They're more, not cartoony, but they're not super detailed. They're simple designs. But I'd recently come across a cache of, on her webpage, she has a bunch of freebie patterns. And they're all about, 60 by 60 stitches wide and, like, small enough to be able to use perforated paper to make it into kind of an ornament. And there was one that I always wanted to do, and it was called My Treasure. I'll show you a picture of it. I need to get my tablet. It's basically a dragon curled up around a... Now this is someone's personal work. I had to actually look up because I didn't actually have a picture of the model stitch for this one. I just had a picture of the pattern, so I had no idea what it looked like stitched. So I went and looked for it so I could show you guys. So that's what it looks like, and it may look a little bit big, but it's 60 by 60 stitches. So isn't that cute? And there's Krennic in there. There's gold Krennic, and this over here is silver. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna kit up. It's called My Treasure. I'm gonna kit up My Treasure, and finally stitch a dragon. Finally, I have so many dragon patterns you would not believe. And I haven't stitched any of them yet, so I'm really excited. So I looked at kitting it up, and it really was not expensive at all. The most expensive thing was the 2 rolls of Krennic I had to get. I had to get the Aztec Gold and the Mallard, which is the green, which I made a mistake with. I ended up getting the number 8 fine braid and not the number 4 very fine braid, which is the one you should be using, I believe. Anyway, I'm a little upset with myself, but I checked and I believe you can use the fine braid for 14 count. Especially with 14 count perforated paper, it's so big. The holes are so big. I'm sure it'll be fine. So I don't want to have to try to go hunting a single spool of Krennic. I would not like that at all. So I got that, and I ended up getting 2 huge sheets. I think they're like 9 by 11 sheets of gold perforated paper. And that was really cheap too. That was like $4 or $5. I think the whole thing ended up costing me like $25 American, which came out to be like over 38 Canadian, which is absolutely ridiculous. And that's with shipping. But I went and looked at it because I was feeling a little silly for going and selling it, and I looked at my my LNS's website to see if they even had the kit. Well, they did have the kit that I was looking for, the Scottish Santa. I'm like, well, why don't I just go there and kit it up? Because then I looked at the price. It was $14 just for the little Mill Hill Santa kit. That's a little ridiculous. So even with the exchange rate, even with the shipping, it's cheaper to buy it from 123 Stitch in the US than go to my local needlework store. Yeah, that was a little eye-opening. And it didn't take too long to get here. It got here pretty quickly, actually. So, I'm currently working on both of them, the Scottish Santa, and just last night I started working on My Treasure. I'm hoping to have them both done before Christmas. This one is Christmas gifts, so I'm going to show you where I'm at. This is about 3 days worth of stitching after school this week. And oh, here's my other needle minder. So that's my, here, I'll take the needle off. So that is my Scarlet and Rhett. I'm a huge, huge fan of Gone with the Wind. That's also from Minding My Minders. And this is, to order these the exact same way as the bottle caps, but these are called the Scrabble tiles, the square tiles. It also looks like she puts like either a clear sticker or some kind of resin on top of it. I believe it's a sticker though. It's probably like to protect it. They're very good, very, very well made needle minders. So that's my Scarlet and Rhett, and the scene is when she is wearing the dress. I believe that's it is. No, that's not. It's not the dress I thought it was. This is her dressing gown. This is her dressing gown after they're married. When he comes to see her in her bedroom. I believe it's after the scene where she, the line was, I just have to get back. She was getting her corset tied up, and she's like, I just have to get down to, was it 19 and a half again or something is the line. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Excuse my language. And this is my other one from there, and this is Ravenclaw, and it's on a bronze bottle cap, which you can't really see well. It's more bronzy. The only, and this isn't really Jeannie's fault, it's this graphic which I've seen around a lot. Ravenclaw's mascot isn't a raven. I know, you think like that's how it's been portrayed and in the media, but it's actually not a raven. It's an eagle. And their colors are bronze and blue, not blue and silver like in the movies. So that's why I got the bronze. So it does look like a raven, but I'm pretending it's an eagle. So those are my two others. So I got 5 needle minders. You'll see the last one in a minute. So that's where I'm at with him. Stitch up really quickly, like really quickly. Doing the plaid is a little tedious because it's just squares of stitches, squares of stitches, squares of stitches. But I'm really liking how quickly it's stitching up, and I know that if I got at this point in 3 days, I can take another 3 days and probably get all the stitching done. So that's really positive for me, and that will help me to finish it before Christmas. It needs to be finished before Christmas. That's my Scottish Santa. The whole idea of doing the small kits, doing 2 small projects and completing them was so I could actually complete something. And that gave me a rush of, yay, I finished it, I got it done, and then I can, hopefully use that energy and enthusiasm and go back to some of my bigger ones and finish them. So that is my Celtic Scottish Santa. So this is this kit I put together for the other one, My Treasure. And then this is the last needle minder I got from Minding My Minders, and that's the Hogwarts crest. I wish I would have had that while I was stitching my Hogwarts crest. That would have been so cool. But I told her to just pick a color to put that on, and she picked a really pretty forest green. Really nice. It's shiny. See how shiny it is? So I did that last night. I'm really digging the idea of doing a small project, because this is the project progress I've gotten last night. And it's not a lot of stitching. It's maybe an hour or 2 hours of stitching, but the amount of progress on it, like you can already see where his face is going to be up here, and that's his neck's going to be here, and that's his tail, and then his forehead's going to be down here, wings over here. Yeah, I'm really, really, really digging these little paper, perforated paper ornaments. Yeah, this is going to be really fun. Finish this one for myself to put it on my tree. It's a little bit big for an ornament. This is going to fill basically the entire square. I think I have like 4 or 5 stitches extra all the way around. So it's basically going to be that size, just cut out in the shape. And it's kind of big for an ornament because I live in a very small apartment and we only have a very small tree that we put up. So I'm actually considering making it a tree topper. Putting like maybe really the easiest way would be to glue it onto a kind of loop of, hell, I could even glue it onto like a empty toilet, toilet paper tube. And then I could just slip it onto the top of the tree. There's a little dragon on the top of the tree, and I think that would be so cute. I'd love to do. There's so many of these very small, and they just recently, like a few years ago, she did. They're even smaller than this. I think they're only like about this big, little tiny. The 12 Days of Christmas, and I want to do all of them for my tree for next year, not this year. For sure, not this year. But yeah, I'm very excited to finish this one too. This one's gonna be fun. I made sure to put a piece of cardboard in the my Ziploc bag with it because I'm really worried about this bending and folding. So I'm being a little extra cautious. But I love these 2 little kits. They're gonna get done. I will finish them for Christmas. Yay, whips. Actually active whips, which I haven't had in a while. That's a funny circumstance. The needle minders are attaching the 2 kits together. That's kind of cute. So yes, so I've actually been stitching. Oh my god, but that's only been in the last week. So, I can't wait to start, to actually finish those, get some real progress on those, because that means I can come and show you guys the progress more, and I do more FlossTube videos, and then everyone wins. So what else do I have right now? My boyfriend is slowly tiptoeing because I forgot to warn him I was going to do a video. So I got my, did I show this last time? I don't know if I did. I think I did. Did I show what I got from Picture Plus? I think I did. I showed that one. I showed this last time. It's been so long, I can't remember what I showed or not. I believe I did. Anyway, I did get the Tempest and the Jazz, but I took these out for a reason. I got this Jazz, the one that's like green and purples. You can see the purples. Very subtle colors here. You can see the purples a little bit more here. Very, very subtle coloring. I believe this is Lugana. Lugana, 32 count Lugana. My plan for this 32 count Lugana was the Crescent Moon Dragon from Joan Elliott's, one of her many well-known, but if you forget, it's on this book that I think almost every FlossTuber has. That dragon. I was going to do it on that kind of purpley green Jazz, but it just doesn't look good. The color it's too subtle. Too subtle. I'm thinking I really respect Picture This Plus for what they do and the product they put out, but it's really too subtle. for me, for my preferences. Anyway, so this was going to be one of my first big starts of 2016, and I've been trying to find the fabric for it. So I was kind of resigned to possibly doing a trip to my local NSS when I was finally getting ready to kit them up and finding a fabric there. But I can't remember when it was, months ago, Stitch and Fish, Cindy, hi Cindy, one of my favorite FlossTubers. You're all my favorite FlossTubers, you know that. Anyway, so, yes, Stitch and Fish, she was doing, in October, the Frosted Pumpkin Halloween Town. And I loved her Halloween Town. I loved it. One of the main reasons I loved it is she dyed her fabric for it herself, and it was absolutely fabulous. It was beautiful fabric. She also did this really cool effect of there's a haunted house at the end of the pattern, and she didn't fill it in. She just kind of backstitched around it, and it made it look as if it was invisible, and it just gave such a really cool effect. And I just fell in love with her piece, and you know, so I approached Cindy, and I asked her if it would be possible if I could pay her and she could do me a piece. So we ended up making a deal that I was really clever, actually, in my mind. Since I'm up here in Canada, I bought a piece of fabric, 24 count, 28 count Ghana in white, and had it mailed to Cindy. And then she did her thing, and then she would send it on to me. And so we made, the arrangement, and everything was cool. And in a few weeks, she said she got it, and then she dyed it, and she sent it to me, and it looks fantastic. So I'm going to show it to you. I got a big piece because I knew if I was going to get her to do this, I wanted to fully take advantage of it. So I think I got a fat border. But look at this. Look at it. It is so freaking cool. Every part of it is just this beautiful, beautiful modeled. And you can't tell because the camera, like I said, is really crappy on this. But there's subtle hints of purple over here in the gray, and there's just these really dark, really, really cool, smoky looking. It almost looks like either clouds or kind of a really smoky, foggy kind of night. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It's so cool. If I used it for Halloween Town, I'd only be using about half of it up here. You use the other one for something completely different. But then I was thinking, I got an idea in my head, and I actually have two choices now. Because I got such a big piece, I could make a bigger piece on it, which I think would look fantastic. I think as, a centerpiece right in the middle of this amazing fabric would look so good. But I'm torn on what I want to put on it. First choice, Crescent Moon Dragon. I think it would just look really good, because this has almost like a nebulous, very, just this fabric, it blows my mind. It does. I am so incredibly happy with it. And so, yes, the Crescent Moon Dragon is one choice. Maybe that you can see a little bit. Oh, just all the different designs and swirlies all over the place. I love it. So the Crescent Moon Dragon is one I was thinking about. The other one, and this is the more ambitious project, is this one, A Wizard's View. See? That's a wizard's view. Now, if any of you would like to look along with your own copies of Bewitching Cross Stitch, don't lie, I know a lot of you have them. If you look at, something just beat me. If you look at this is a close-up of the wizard's face. The wizard has eyelashes, like crazy eyelashes. Kind of a girly mouth. So here's my idea. I want to, where is it? See if I can't modify it. Take out all this beard here. Wow, this is really weird to move around like this. Take off the mustache. Trim the nose down a little bit. And turn it into a girl wizard. Because I think that would look fantastic. So that's my other idea. The only problem I'm having with this one is it's very dark. And, the fabric is very dark in places, and it might disappear a little bit. So I'm not completely convinced which one I'm going to do, but it will definitely be started next year, 2016. Don't know when. It could be December 2016, but it will be started next year at some point. And Cindy is such a sweetheart. She was worrying a little bit because she wasn't getting to me. She took a little bit sending me the fabric, and I don't care. I asked her to do this as a favor. There's no money exchange hands. You know, she did it out of the kindness of her heart. So I was really fine whenever I would get it. I was fine. But she was so sweet about, afraid that it took so long. She sent me this beautiful pink. Oh, it's not even coming in at all. Like, the pink is so, it's Ada. I believe it's like maybe a 16 count. I can't tell. But it's this beautiful rose blushy pink color, and it's so pretty. I think she dyed it herself too. Beautiful little piece, just big enough to do something really nice on it. And I'm gonna find something just perfect to put on it. I was thinking again, the Bewitching cross stitch. There was this really cool. Oh, I think it was the Believe. Oh, these ones here. Believe, hope, dream, imagine. I like the Imagine one. I think the Imagine one will look good on there with the unicorn. So maybe that's what I'm going to do on it. So 2 beautiful pieces of fabric from the amazing Stitching Fish. Thank you again. Hold on. I have a... okay. No, just a note from my daughter saying she's on her way home. That's fine. I'm going to have to wrap this up then. So that's what I got. That's what my plans are. I don't really get anything else than that. I have a few minders coming from Gina's, which I'm really excited about getting. Some big ones. And, yeah. So that's it. I'm actually going to do another complete video for my plans on 2016. Give me another excuse to do a video. But I will keep you guys updated. If I don't have a opening to this, the reason why is because my opening is actually attached to, on my other computer. So hopefully it'll be salvageable. If not, I'm going to have to try to recreate it some way. So, you're going to be getting plain Jane videos from me for the next little while. But hopefully they'll keep going, and then get my old one back, and everything will be great again. Yay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stop rambling now, because I forgot how good it was to do a freaking video. Okay, I'm really gonna go now. Bye.